Right now,
Thank you.
we are on a way to go into the next interesting sustainability service, the service from for sustainability companies in IT sphere. And I would love to introduce you Forbes 30 under 30 speaker and the founder of nice SaaS platform for measure sustainability impact of companies, Nick Litvinov. Hi, Nick.
Hi. Yeah. Do you hear me?
Yeah, we are here well.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for an invitation. Yeah. And I'll be glad to tell a bit more about myself and share with you what we are doing. And so, yeah, let's start. Yeah. First of all, my name is Nikita, and I'm an environmental engineer by my background. So now, at the moment, I'm co-founder of data-driven sustainability consulting agency named Prostoye Delo. It's in Russian, simple action, and also climate tech startup Yolca. And I'm based in USA. Yeah, I'm Forbes 30 under 30 this year, and also participant of different big initiatives and cool events like TEDx organizer. So yeah, my story started from my when I started studied at university when I was on the third course. On the third year of my education, and it's all started when I met my founder and now wife. And we like half a year discussed different ideas how we what we can do to make the world more sustainable, and found the word called protopia. It's the it consists of two words like protopia, prototyping, and utopia. And prototyping, it's like making simple steps to reach the utopia, the picture of the future that we want to see, and in which future we want to live. And so we discussed different ideas and decided to start from personal example. And I was living in a big city at the moment, and we decided to become zero waste in a month. And but we got a lot of challenges, and also found a lot of challenges in infrastructure, and so after that, engaging in different events, talking with people and sustainability professionals, we decided that we want to focus on a business, and because so business is one of the biggest innovation drivers in sustainability, and not only sustainability. And that's why we decided to start helping businesses to become more sustainable and environmentally friendly. And so how it started 5 years ago, yeah, so now it's one of the leading environmental sustainability consulting company in CIS region. And yeah, we continue developing the company and helping companies become more sustainable. So we provide different types of services and activities. So we started from classical environmental consulting and developing sustainability strategy, sustainable goals, also corporate education and training, because you know that companies need to strategy and understand the baseline and where they should go in order to avoid greenwashing and make real action as we make in our life, like simple actions like sorting waste and choosing sustainable alternatives. So business need to make also sustainable decisions, and so it should be based on data. And like 3 years ago, we decided to focus on environmental impact assessment and help companies to analyze the environmental impact, also environmental impact of their products. And now, yeah, here is like some logotypes of our clients. So mostly we work with big companies from Fortune 500 or but also we love to engage and to work with startups and small businesses, because it's really important to work with business on different levels. And I'll tell a little bit more about the instrument lifecycle assessment. So it's one of the most comprehensive tools to analyze environmental impacts of the products and services, and helps to compare different products and choose what alternatives and to make sustainable decisions, to model the entire life cycle from raw material extraction till the end of life. And so here you can see the product life cycle. So, for example, of a plastic bag, first of all, crude oil is produced, then ethylene and polyethylene is made, then it makes some granulate, and it goes to the plant where polyethylene film or polyethylene bag is made, then it's transported to the storage, and then so it's used, and somehow it's utilized, so disposal. And so, as you know, there's energy needed, some raw materials, and from the system, it goes out some waste, emissions to air or water, and has environmental impact on also human and other species. And as you know, I think all of you know about the global warming and also carbon footprint. And so one of the projects we made is like to help company understand what packaging is more environmentally friendly. And yeah, so we compare different types of packaging for them, and they made better decisions to reduce their carbon emissions and also waste. And it helped to reduce per year about 3,000 tons of CO2. It's about 360 laps around the world if one day you want to go by car around the world. And yeah, so for example, packaging is something small, it seems, but on a big scale it has very big impact. And so we help companies to analyze where they should act more effectively and better to reduce environmental impact. But yeah, another important thing I want to say that when we work with companies, we also help them to avoid carbon tunnel vision. So it's when you're focusing only on carbon and forget about other environmental impacts. And so it's important to see the full picture in order to avoid greenwashing and make actions that really matter. And yeah, so I provided some jokes, and so people sometimes don't understand the difference between environmental and ecological, and also between impact and footprint. If we'll have time and you will be curious, I want to answer the difference. Yeah, but so here is the importance of educational part. So we provide workshops, games, and so for different types, work with students, also sometimes with children, and also like to the policymakers, but it's less usual for us. So we mostly work with business, but yeah, I love to be engaged in different initiatives. And yeah, so I think usually when I talk about life cycle analysis and such things about impact, so some people feel like this dog, but yeah, so the things are really important to analyze where we are and where we need to go in order to make real impact. And for me, one of the key priorities is that there are no competitors but partners. And so we have some competitors on Russian, but also on a global scale, but we are focusing on partnerships and yeah, because sustainability is a very big theme, and so everybody can find their place there, and we need to work together in order to make the shift and to change the situation. And yeah, so that's also why we are, or I'm also participant and member of different professional initiative and associations, and so it's not only about business, but really important, as the previous speaker said, about developing infrastructure to make people and consumers make sustainable decisions. And yeah, so in a nutshell, for 4.5 years, so we made more than 160 successful cases with different types of companies, and so we have more than 60 partners all around the world. So we're welcome to for partnership, and yeah, to help um, and work together. So, and yeah, because I don't have a lot of time, I'll in a nutshell tell you about what we're doing with B2B SaaS, the environmental intelligence platform called Yolca. It's has a mix at the moment because we are startup consulting and SaaS. So we developed the tool in order to model the life cycle of different products and to compare different types of products between themselves, and so helping companies make this analysis faster and easier 10 times, and also working on um, implementation of AI to help companies making sustainable decisions and support people with analytics. And so at the moment we are or like participating in different accelerators, and yeah, so looking for pilot projects. So if you are interested to assess your environmental impact, you're welcome, and we'll be glad to help. And the main achievement of the year, we became partners of Global Battery Alliance. It's the big initiative of the battery supply chain for electric vehicles, and we became partners and made the first pilot project with the company of the like producer of metals for the Audi battery supply chain. And this case was presented at the World Economic Forum, which was in January this year. And yeah, so we are growing, and the main my proposal is that all starts with love, and so we can make the future better, and also help our generation and future generations live in the way they want, and also to be sustainable. And yeah, you can see the picture that why I'm wearing dark glasses today, because I'm seeing the future and it looks very bright. So there are a lot of challenges, but I believe that if we take effective actions, so we can solve it. And yeah, thank you for your attention. Ready to answer your questions. Here my QR code for LinkedIn. So appreciate for giving me 10 minutes to present my activities. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nikita. That's bright and amazing tool for achieving sustainability and sustainable development goals. And please, please feel free ask any questions, our dear participants and guests. And I just would love to, please explain us the difference between impact and footprint. And seems like I will have one more question, but yeah, please.
Yeah, I decided to include it in my presentation. Yeah, so if we talk about the difference between environmental and ecological, so environmental, it's more focused like on different aspects of you have impact on, for example, air, water, different like categories of impacts, and it's more about just so how many emissions you go to send to the environment, and so how many waste and etc. And ecological, it's more about the meaning of ecology. So it's more like impact on biodiversity and different species, also human and such things. And if we talk about the impact and footprint, so impact, it can be positive or negative, and so impact, it can be both. But if we talk about footprint, it's more about the negative, because like you have like footprinted already, and so you did something bad, and so it has like different context. And yeah, so there is like a funny thing that somebody decided to also develop like handprint, and so handprint plus footprint, it's impact. Yeah, so in a nutshell, that so.
Yeah, got it. Thank you very much. Wow, that's amazing. And yeah, it's a way, yeah, as Veronica have said, to look close to things and to be conscious about them. And please, one more question I have. You guys have some. I'm just curious because I think it's very tricky. You have some metrics to measure the impact, environmental impact, and so there is something like permanent metrics, for example, for all types, for all niche, for all companies. But what we can do if the companies are different in different niche, for example, one produce plastic, or the other produce some air pollutions, and seems like it should be different metrics or something like that. That's tricky.
Yeah, that's really good question. So if we talk about the different sectors, so there should be different metrics for them, because so different sectors have different impacts. And for example, I don't know, metals production for batteries and packaging, they have really different impacts. But if we talk about their like metrics in the sector, so they can be the same. And for example, yeah, so it can be slightly different. For example, if we talk about paper packaging and plastic packaging, because so they have different life cycles. But so there can be different. For example, for plastics, it's more about the fossil fuels, about their carbon footprint, also about their landfill and like the impact of the end of life. But for paper packaging, so it can be also, for example, eutrofhication potential, deforestation, and land use change. And so when we use different metrics, we can see, for example, in some metrics the plastic is better, in other is paper is better, and we can analyze what is more important for us. And for this some like normalization factors were developed, like the global impact, and to make some weights to make it to the one like one how to say, so one metric which is normalized. So it includes global warming, eutrofhication, deforestation, and such things, and helps to analyze so the complex picture, like the index and weighting of it. Yeah, so.
Got it. Thank you very much. Wow, that's amazing. Please, 1 minute and maybe one question for Nikita, if you have. If you don't have, here we go. Next. So 3, 2, 1. Yeah, seems like we don't have now, but we will have in the future. Thank you very much for your time, Nikita, and thank you for your amazing product. It's really important.
Thank you for invitation. Yeah, so let's connect and make cool projects and make the world more sustainable. So nice. Have a good morning, evening, night. So
have a good. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.